Hi, I'm Gwen, and I want to talk to you about making the best cup of coffee using a BODUM French press. And I discovered this several months ago and have been thrilled with the results. This coffee, to me, is better than anything I've ever purchased anywhere or made at home, and I'd like to show you how I do it. First, I'm going to go ahead and heat up my water. I use a hot water kettle. I'm here at work and I do this every morning. So I buy myself distilled and purified drinking water, and I use my hot pot, which this one happens to be a T-Fal, which I actually love. So I'm going to take a few minutes and I'm going to heat that up, and I'll be right back. While we're waiting for the water to boil, I'm going to go ahead and measure out my coffee grounds. Now, this is a new bag of espresso blonde by Starbucks, which I absolutely love. I buy the whole bean because with a French press, you have to use a very coarse ground of coffee. And my grinder actually does a great job of grinding pretty coarse. If it's too fine, it'll stop up your filter as you're trying to press it down, and it will taste really bitter and yucky. The instructions suggest 1 rounded tablespoon of ground coffee, or coarse ground coffee, for each 4 ounces of coffee that you want to drink. And like I said, you have to play with it and figure out what works best for you. But like I said, I use the 1/3 measuring cup, and I use 2 of those. I fill that scoop up to the top, pour that in, and I'm waiting on the boiling water. My water is finished boiling, so now I'm going to pour a little bit in to the pitcher here. I do want to mention that I always set a timer for 4 minutes, because everything I've read and studied, 4 minutes is the magic number for letting it steep. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour in the water. First, I pour in just a little bit, and I stir it. And then I'm going to pull this over so you can see. There's something that's called a bloom that starts to happen. All of the grounds are absorbing the hot boiling water, and they're starting to kind of almost swell. All right, the 30 seconds has passed, and now I'm going to fill the carafe up to almost the top. I'm going to stir. And then I'm going to put the top on. As you can see, there is a sealed kind of side and then a strainer. So I'm going to put the sealed side near the spout so that it is sealed and it's steeping, brewing, whatever you want to call it. Now we're going to wait the rest of the 4 minutes, and I'll get back to you in just a second. All right, the 4-minute timer is just going off. Now I'm going to press the plunger thing here down that strains all the coffee and keeps the coffee grounds at the bottom. Now I have already put in cream and stevia because that's the way I take my coffee, and I turn the strainer so that it's open. You probably can't see that. And then I pour my coffee in. There is a woman I work with that will have another cup herself, but anyway, I pour that in, and then I stir it, and I clean the spoon off. And now, for my first spiritual experience of the morning, is the best coffee God ever made.